Now, one of the first missiles to be produced by the Iranian missile program, slightly after the Iranian Revolution in 1979 and the war which occurred between Iran and Iraq in 1980, right, is a missile that is known as the OGHAB. This missile has a range of about 30 kilometers. It has the ability to carry a warhead that weighs about 70 kilograms, and it has a high explosive fragmentation ability. The Iranian missile program developed to such a point that in 1987 they were able to produce the first ballistic missile known as the Shahab 1. Can travel at a range of about 300 kilometers, and it has the ability to carry a warhead that weighs about 1,000 kilograms. It also has a feature known as the trionic high explosive. Now, the main problem with this Shahab 1, right, is that it is a liquid fuel missile, right? Now, liquid fuel missiles take time to set up, right, to get them ready to launch, right, the missile. So they tend to be vulnerable, right, and susceptible to airstrikes. Now, the Shahab 2 was particularly developed in the early 90s, right, to have a range of 500 kilometers, right, and have the ability to carry a warhead that weighs about 770 kilograms. But towards the end of the 90s, particularly in 1998, the Iranian missile program was able to produce the Shahab 3 MRBM, which stands for Medium Range Ballistic Missile, which has a range of 1,000 kilometers. In 2003, the Iranian missile program was able to produce a second type of Shahab 3 medium range ballistic missiles that has a longer range than the one produced in 1998. This one had a range of about 1,600 kilometers, and it had the ability to carry a warhead that is about 1,200 kilograms. When we look deep into the Iranian missile program, right, particularly the Shahab 3 MRBM, right, which was produced in 2003, right, that has a range of 1,600 kilometers, right? If you particularly place your missile launches in the west of Iran, right, you can reach a number of places in Eastern Europe. Now, the Shahab 3 MRBM with a range of 1,600 kilometers can actually reach places like Turkey, Bulgaria, right, Romania, right, and Greece. Now, this basically means that Iranian missiles are within the strike range or strike path in Europe, right? And this is what Europeans are really scared of. Iranians developing missiles that will be able to cover a range that reaches their continent. The Shahab 3 is particularly a North Korean inspired ballistic missile. The Iranian missile program was also able to produce different types of anti-ship missiles, right? Which are basically known as the Kausar series of anti-ship missiles. In 2008, the Iranian missile program was able to produce a missile that is known as the Sejjil 2, right? This is a two-stage solid propellant missile, right, that can travel at high speeds of Mach 14. That's about 16,000 kilometers per hour. And the long-range ballistic missiles, known as intercontinental ballistic missiles, were particularly produced between 2017 and 2018 that basically had a range that was beyond 2,000 kilometers. In June of 2023, Iran released their first hypersonic missile known as the Fattah 2. This missile is believed to have a range of 1,400 kilometers. It's also believed to have the ability to travel at speeds known as Mach 5, right? That means about 20,000 kilometers per hour. This hypersonic missile falls under the category of a HGV, short for a hypersonic glide vehicle.